Welcome to Wednesday Evening Encore. My name is Christopher D. Thomas. Thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for joining us this evening. Our title for this episode of Wednesday Evening Encore is The Extra Factor, transforming mediocre marketing into must-see madness. And we only stay on here just a little while. Let me hit you with this one straight out the gate. Is your marketing safe or is it unforgettable? Is your marketing safe or is it unforgettable? If your audience forgot it by lunch, let's be honest, was it worth even posting? Welcome to Wednesday Evening Encore. I am Christopher D. Thomas, and this evening, we are not here to improve your marketing. We're here to disrupt it because we all know that good marketing gets skipped. Great marketing gets screenshot, gets saved, it gets shared, it gets remembered. And this episode is called The Extra Factor. We're transforming mediocre marketing into must-see madness. And if you've ever felt like you're putting out content that feels polished but invisible, then this is your turning point. The example I have this evening for this episode is someone we consulted. Her name is Courtney. Courtney is a businesswoman, extremely smart, lots of brains, beauty, and is in a business that absolutely changes lives. Her content, it was clean, it was safe, and it was strategically bland. She would say certain things like her business helps women elevate their purpose. It's nice, but it's very vague. It's vague enough to be forgotten by the time someone finishes their coffee or their tea. So one day, Courtney posted a short reel. It was a reel that was very raw, it was unscripted, and it was completely unfiltered. And it was about how she almost gave up on entrepreneurship because of back-to-back client rejections. It had no color. It didn't have any true studio sound. It didn't have any studio lighting. But guess what? That reel absolutely blew up. Not because it was polished, but it was because that it was real, it was relatable, it was raw, it had that extra, the thing that makes someone wants to stop mid scroll and say, "Hold on, wait, what am I seeing? Who is this? What's happening?" So let's talk about the problem a little bit. With entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, seasoned entrepreneurs, as well. Here's the problem. Most entrepreneurs are taught to be consistent in the content, but not compelling. They prioritize being on brand, over being unforgettable. But here's the trap. If your audience can predict your next post, they've already tuned you out. I'm going to repeat that. If your audience can predict your next post, they've already tuned you out. Think about the last 5 posts that you published. Think about the last 5 posts that you publish. Would you remember them if they came from someone else? Would you remember them if they came from someone else? Or would they blend into the beige mess of Canva templates and recycle hashtags? Now, don't get me wrong. I love Canva. Nothing about Canva at all, right? However, those templates that are out there, a lot of them, they look good, they're clean, but they're kind of blah, right? Safe content is a business liability. It keeps you visible, but invisible at the same time. Now, let's talk about how to solve that. Let's talk about how to solve that. Injecting extra into your brand isn't about being all loud, being all trendy, and doing all these shakes and dances and etc. It's only about being undeniably you. It's about showing up so boldly, so specifically that your idea audience feels like you're speaking straight to them and no one else. Extra is what turns curiosity into conversion. And that's what makes you bingeable. Extra is what turns curiosity into conversion. Now, we always give you 5 actionable strategies that you can inject into your business, your brand, and see effects almost immediately. And we're going to do the same this evening. So here's how to add extra without selling your soul. Number 1, be obsessed with the hook. It's always in the hook. If your first 3 seconds don't hook, the rest of it doesn't matter. Now, why does that work? People have short attention spans. It used to be that, hey, you got 15 seconds. You don't have 15 seconds anymore. You have 3 seconds, 3 seconds or less, up to 3 seconds. That's the way we're going to do it, up to 3 seconds. And if you can get it in a second, if you got their attention in a second, then you're good. People have short attention spans. People are just scrolling until they get that satisfaction. And once they get that satisfaction from whoever it is, then most times, people with busy, productive lives, we're done, right? We're done. We may share it with someone, we may share it in our story or share it with someone else. So think about ourselves, as well, especially folks who are busy. Short attention spans equals short tolerance for boring. Number 2, use specific flex. Use specific flex. Don't say, I help women scale. Say, I help first-gen women entrepreneurs build brands that get them paid, published, and positioned as unignorable. Now, why does that work? It cuts through the noise like a blade. Number 3, design for the thumb, not the timeline. Use bold fonts. Use unusual camera angles. Use color flashes. Break up the usual rhythm of things. Now, why does that work? Because when people are scrolling, they stop scrolling because of the unexpected. They pass, and if they pass a little bit, they'll say, "What? Wait, let me go back and take a look." if people are consistently seeing images that are average colors, what about using a different color, a different font, than what people are used to seeing and stopping them in their tracks? Unexpected visuals. Number 4, infuse personality over perfection. Infuse personality over perfection. You know, do you have a funny quirk? That quirk is currency. Use them. Why does that work? People buy from people. They don't have to be perfect posts. And number 5, repeat what works. Repeat what works even louder. When something performs well, double down on it. Don't apologize for the action. Now, why does that work? Consistency plus personality equals brand trust plus obsession. So I'm going to repeat those 5 actionable steps that you can take into your business, into your brand, into your marketing, and get that extra out of your post, out of your marketing, without selling yourself. Number 1, be obsessed with the hook. Number 2, use the specific flex. Number 3, design for the thumb, not for the timeline. Number 4, infuse personality over perfection. And number 5, repeat what works even louder. Now, let's put some more things in perspective. Here is the mindset shift I expect you to adopt after this episode. Your brand is not your logo. Your brand is how you make them feel when they stop scrolling. Do you want to make them laugh? Do you want to make them nod? Do you want to make them feel seen? Do you want to make them uncomfortable if it pushes them to grow? But never, never, ever make them yawn. That means they're tired of you. So if you're ready not to just talk about taking or being at the next level, but actually want to brand like it, want to market like it, this is your sign. This is your sign. So, I'm officially teasing my upcoming course. I have a course coming up. It's called Brand Brilliance. It's the unfiltered blueprint for women entrepreneurs who refuse to blend in. Brand Brilliance. It's bold. It's built for women who are already brilliant, but need the strategy to make it profitable and iconic. So to get an early invite to that, or to get a free 15-minute brand audit consultation with myself or someone on our team, there is on Instagram, there is a free 15-minute link where you can book. And all of you on YouTube, you will have in the description the link where you can book that free 15-minute consult with myself or someone on our team. There's a lot of information on our website, inmm.group, inmm.group. It's been a long day. I had to think of the website for a moment. inmm.group. Instagram, there is a link where you can get to that website of all the blogs. There's a lot of content that's out there, a lot of free content that will help you to take your business, your brands over the top. It's a lot of tools that are out there as well to help to upgrade your marketing absolutely today. Now, if you're finding this information, helpful, value, Give me one of that fire emoji, in the contents. If you're tired of safe content, if you're tired of safe content, tag a woman-owned entrepreneur, a solopreneur, a seasoned entrepreneur who's uh, who's one bold post away from going viral. And tell me, what's that one thing you're going to do differently, in your next piece of content? Because if your brand does not turn heads, it's costing you. If your brand does not turn heads, it's costing you. So next week, we have another wonderful episode in store next week. I'm calling it the Human versus Machine. Human versus Machine. How to thrive in the age of automated everything. Everything is automated these days. How do you survive in it? Human versus machine. Because while AI can write your captions, it cannot be you. And if you're not leveraging what machines can't replicate, you're in trouble. I'm going to repeat that. If you're not leveraging what the machine can't replicate, you're in trouble. Once again, for those of you who tune in who may not be aware of who I am Christopher D. Thomas, and this was your Wednesday Evening Encore. Let this be your moment to create, captivate, convert like never before. Please, if you found this information valuable, follow.